We're here in Sparks, Nevada, a place that frankly you don't need to visit more than a few times a year. But this weekend's different. On a normal weekend, Sparks would just be a side thought. But this is Labor Day, which means it's the Nugget Rib Cook-Off, and Food is Fuel is here to find the best barbecue sauce. Every year, well, except for last year, 6 city blocks in Victorian Square are shut down so that people from all over can come to the Rib Cook-Off. It's estimated that almost 400,000 people will make their way to this event, and since this is both 2020 and 2021 event, I expect even more. There are 24 different rib vendors from all across the country competing for almost $20,000 in prizes, $19,500 to be exact. But why don't you just add on another 500, Ribfest? What are you doing? Come on, I'm calling you out. Over 250,000 pounds will be consumed this weekend. That is a lot of ribs, but I already told you, it's not about the ribs, it's about the sauce. Seen all the rib places, and now it's time for the Food is Fuel Sauce Showdown. Now here's how this is going to work. In the group stage, only one sauce will advance per barbecue company. Then they'll be paired up and go head-to-head in several playing games to fill up the 16-team main draw. Then it's bracket format, March Madness style. Gonna have to give it to the hot one on that one, because the hard part is finding the sauce. I'm gonna be looking for a while. It's a good sauce. Gonna have to give it to the bold and spicy. These other two, get out of here. Now we're looking for Chicago Reserve or Chicago Barbecue, something like that. And I do want to mention that 3 places didn't have sauces up to offer. That means you're out of here. Get out of here. It is simply. Not looking forward to this one. Oh my God, that was horrible. It was a taste-off between original and extra hot. Original, you're hitting the sidelines. It's all about extra hot today. Pretty hot. Wasn't that hot. Time to try some more sauces. Now you may notice that there's a lot of women at this event. Well, that's because apparently Adam gave up his rib in order to create the whole women race. And that's from a little book called The Bible. But over here at Food is Fuel, we accept all religious texts and all religions. Shout out what religion you practice down below in the comments. We're back in a new place. We're trying some more sauces. Sauce we tried, but not today. It's the original. We're going with the middle. The mustardy. Oh, but now you gotta try it. Frankly, I would rather have a shot of bourbon, but and we're rounding out the first half. I know, I'm really not looking forward to the second half. Original. It was at that point I knew I had made a huge mistake. You see, barbecue sauce, it all tastes pretty much the same, and when you have to try every single one, you start to resent the flavor of barbecue sauce, and it makes you feel quite sick. Lucky for us, though, the Rib Cook-Off's not just about sauce, it's also about learning. Well, the Rib Cook-Off, it happens every Labor Day, but some fun facts about Labor Day. In 1882, the first Labor Day was held in New York City. It was basically just a bunch of people protesting. They wanted better rights for workers. They were tired of 7-day work weeks, 12-hour work days, and child labor. So, Grover Cleveland, the president, he signed Labor Day into law, became a national holiday, and it's been a holiday ever since that people love to celebrate. They love to get fat, they love to come on down to the Rib Cook-Off. Some fun facts about Grover Cleveland. Now, Grover Cleveland, as a president, he was actually the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. He's actually the only president to be kicked out of office, but then 4 years later returned. He took 4 years off, and then he was the president again. He may have groomed his wife. He had an illegitimate child. He executed 2 people when he was a sheriff back before he was president. But that's enough about Grover Cleveland. Let's go check out some sauce. It's good, but you know, gotta keep it original sometimes. This is Big Daddy's A Ridge. Now we've got another sauce. Could you believe it? A whole nother one. This one's called...
When you just drink barbecue sauce over and over, you start to get loopy and your brain turned to mush.
It's dark now, my hands are sticky, but we're still doing the bracket
Thanks,
challenge.
Wes. This is Wes in the booth, and if we take a look at the bracket, we've got some heavy hitters going up against each other. We've got the battle for Nevada, Carson City versus the Reno's Brothers Barbecue. That's in the top right of your screen. We've also got the Bold and Spicy Bowl above that, and of course some sauces. All right. The round of 16's over. Let's reveal the round of 8. Here we go. Looks like Thunder Bull moves on. Outlaw Hot and Spicy gets the win. GIT-R-SMOKED. Carson City takes the Reno Bull. And Porky Chopped, Butch's Pyro, Doc's Q Hella Hot, and Christie's Mischief all make their way to the second round. I'll send it back over to you, Wes. You can try those sauces and then reveal who's making it to the round of 4. Well, we've got some likely and unlikely matchups. The 2 Texas brands go against each other, even though one's not from Texas. The battle for Nevada continues as GIT-R-SMOKED takes on Carson City. We've got a place from Modesto taking on Memphis. That's kind of man, one more. Arkansas versus something, I forget. And a fun fact, why it's called the Found of 4 is because I actually misspoke. I was going to say round of 4, then final 4, but I actually said neither. Jumping into the matchups, we've got the place from Modesto, Doc's Q in against the place from Arkansas, Porky Chicks, and then on the other side of the draw, we got one of the Texas ones versus GIT-R-SMOKED. That one's from Nevada. They won the Battle of Nevada. Who's gonna win? The top prize, and I'm actually gonna tell you right now, starting in 4th place, the winner of 4th place was Texas Thunder. Good job, Texas Thunder. In 3rd place, we've got Doc's Q in. 2nd place goes to GIT-R-SMOKED, and they actually won 1st place in the Rib Cook-Off, so that's pretty good. You know, I'm pretty good at this thing. And number 1, Porky Chicks OG from Arkansas. What are you gonna say? This is my list, so you. Well, that was the Rib Cook-Off. I'm Wes. This is Food is Fuel, and I'm Wes. That was the Rib Cook-Off. Hopefully you learned something. I hope that I entertained you, but I'm Wes. That was the Rib Cook-Off. I hope you learned some stuff. This is Food is Fuel. That was the Rib Cook-Off, and I hope you had some fun. Signing off for Food is Fuel. For the rest of the team here, I'm Wes. And I'll see you next time. Hope I'll see you out in those streets. I'm Wes. This is Food is Fuel, and hopefully you learned something. Signing off. See you next year. Signing off. Hope to see you next time. Porky Chicks from Arkansas. They got some good sauce. Ranked number 1 in my books in the Food is Fuel sauce showdown. Let's try them though. Hey, I'm gonna have to give it to this one. You know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
AO1, GRS, DQHH, and bunch of dots. I got a P.